To the New South Wales Premier, Chris Minns. He's announcing the start of a pill testing trial at music festivals, and he's accompanied today by one individual very much affected, a mother of one teenager who died at a festival, a teenage daughter. Let's go to Chris Minns now, and also there is the Health Minister.
New South Wales Parliament. It's a real privilege to be joined by Jen Ross-King, who'll speak in a moment, as well as the Minister for Health, Ryan Park, and the Acting Chief Health Officer, Fazell, who we will all speak and answer questions. But we are all here because there's a major change to policy in New South Wales, and that is that over the summer period, the New South Wales Government will introduce pill testing at major music festivals in the state for the first time. This is in keeping with other jurisdictions and states across Australia, but we believe an important step in ensuring that we do our very best to keep people alive. This change will be a major change for the state, but we believe it will lead to better information, particularly for young people, ensure that young people have got access to medical professionals whilst out with their friends on the weekends at these festivals, and that they're in the end in a position to make better decisions. Ultimately, our hope is that this trial saves lives. I want to make it clear that there's no safe way to do drugs in New South Wales, and drug use in the state is still illegal, and heavy penalties apply to the distribution, the supply, the supply of drugs in New South Wales. Those laws won't change, and despite there being calls by some in the community for decriminalisation or legalisation of drugs, the government will resist those calls and not move down that road. I want to make it clear from the beginning that we acknowledge that there's an essential contradiction to this change in policy. Drugs are illegal in the state, yet we've made a decision to allow for pill testing at major music festivals. But there's no perfect law here. There's no law that we can craft that can do both things at the same time, solving effectively for both of those problems. So the government's made a decision to live with the contradiction rather than risk someone dying as a result of having it in place. Now, this is a big decision, but we believe it's the right one. If not the last person in the Cabinet, one of the last in the Cabinet to agree to this change. I was a sceptic going into it, but ultimately we all need to be led by the evidence. We need to be led by the facts as they're presented to government. And having listened to the co-chairs of the Drug Summit in New South Wales, Carmel Tebbutt and John Brogden, having listened to the Health Minister as well as the Chief Health Officer, as well as parents like Jen, I do believe it's important that we are led by field evidence and make decisions based on the best available data that's available to the government. It shouldn't be read that this trial is permanent or a permanent change in New South Wales. We will genuinely look independently at how this rolls out over the summer periods and then make a decision in the future about its permanent use in the state. But we're not making the decision to make it permanent today. We want to be led by the information that's presented over the summer period. But ultimately, our responsibility is to keep people alive and to save lives. And we believe this decision is a step in the right direction for that ultimate aim, that ultimate endeavour.